How you doing, Randy?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
That's good. How's your week?
Yeah, my week went okay.
Okay, hello.
Yeah, how you doing, Zoe?
Hi, Randy. How are you? Hi, C.
Hey,
I'm very happy to see you,
Yeah, same here.
and I'm excited about the topic that we're getting ready to talk about.
that's good. You too.
You know, you have good topics. How do you come up with these topics, C?
Um, honestly, I just let them come in. I don't think about it.
Oh,
What
okay.
happens is, um, I come to realize it's one voice. It's one message. It's everything's connected. Hold on. And hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Everything's connected, and whatever needs to be said at the moment, I will say it, and I will feel the need to say it. So when I was typing, I said to myself, what the topic's going to be? And the answer just came.
Okay. And what is our topic?
Having better impact on our own and improving our lives.
And looking for improvement. Okay.
Yeah, moving forward.
And looking for improvement. Okay.
So
Should we do we have to like introduce ourselves every time
oh,
we come on?
oh no, that's only when new people come on. That,
Oh, okay, okay, good.
um,
Good.
first, Randy, what are your ideas on improvement? On what improvement is?
Like, I believe that improvement is getting yourself into a better state or position and better living than what you currently are in now. Like, if people don't like their current state and want to do better, they can sort of strive and try to do better.
Okay, Zoe.
Yes,
So, what are your ideas on improvement?
on improving your life,
Yeah,
being in vibration, your vibration, the essence of who you are, being being in line with the universe, your vortex being in line to manifest those things you want improved in your life. And what I'm saying is that you have to come out of your lower self. And I'm talking about the things that you see carnally, the thing, your human nature. You need to, you have to evolve in the spirit in order to change your environment, in
yeah,
order to change your life. It's like whatever it is that you want to change, whatever thing you want to improve, then you have to call on source. You have to connect with the universe, because the universe, the planet, the stars, the cosmos are there to bring about the things you want. They are waiting to bring the things you want. You just have to ask for it. You just have to call on it. And what I
yeah.
mean by that is that, for example, I can give you an example. You want an example?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I asked the universe that if I move to Trinidad, right, and I get my bedroom, my 3 bedroom home, and I get accepted to University of West Indies, right? That's my plan. That was my desire. I wanted to be able to spend the rest of my life with my soulmate. That was my prayer. That was my wish. And guess what? I have met my soulmate. Yes.
Wow.
And he's
That's
everything. He's everything that I asked for. Yep. It's like I knew
That's
him.
great.
It's like I knew him in spirit before he actually came to me. And when he came to me, he knew me spiritually before physically recognizing me.
That's great. Sound like you have a twin flame there.
Yeah. But the thing is that how did I get that? My vibration, I spoke it out into the universe.
Yes.
And that's how you change your life. That's how you change your environment. You speak what you want, right?
Yeah.
And once you speak it, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. There is no room for doubt. You can't doubt once you speak on it.
Yeah.
And if you doubt, then there are ways to keep your vibration level high, right? So you
Yeah.
can manifest that, so you can manifest things in. And one way, the best way, is to listen to music that resonate with your soul, to keep you feeling good, to keep you in the vortex of feeling good.
Yes.
So that's my take.
It's a great take. Hold on right quick.
Okay.
I think that's an awesome take.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna give my take in a few, but before I do, I'm gonna kind of jump subject a little.
Okay.
Not really jump subject, but like kind of like tweak tweak it a little bit. Having an impact on other people's lives,
Okay.
and I find the key to have an impact on other people's lives, which is and just as well as important to have an impact on your life, on your own life.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have an impact on someone else's life if you can't make an impact on your own life. It's not going to happen because
Right.
you have the energy necessary to transfer that kind of knowledge to another person. The energy is not going to be there. Give me 1 second. I gotta put my family in a cab right quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I continue to talk, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Because I've been doing it for the past week, praying to the universe or the prime source creator. And asking for the creative life force to be fully manifest within me. So I can manifest the things that I so righteously deserve and desire.
Yep. And it's going to happen.
Yeah. Improvements doesn't. Some improvements don't happen overnight. You know, they take time, diligence, consistency. Paying attention to your mistakes while improving. That's important. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is very, very important towards improving things. That wouldn't improvements won't happen if a person isn't mindful. It's not just also attracting the change to you. It's also accepting change, seeing the change, feeling the change, and actually going through with the change. Because sometimes we can call for a change and not be ready for it, and the universe is going to give to us because we call for it. Whatever you ask for, you get. Whatever you speak into existence, you get. So that's why the saying goes: "Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it." You ever saw the original Tales from the Crypt, the original one, the very, very, very first one?
Oh no.
Okay, well, the original one that came out like I think 1976 or 1979. It was a movie, and Basically, in one of the stories, all the stories is telling a story about how they got themselves into hell and they don't know it, and they're recanting their story to see where they are and why they are. One lady, she was able to ask for these wishes, but it gave her what she wished for in a negative way. So she wished for something that she wished that she had more money. Her husband just got killed in a car accident, and now her insurance policy made her a millionaire. So she was so sorrowful of it. She wished for her husband to come back to where he was before he died. So he came in. He was alive, but he had embalming fluid in him. So his insides is burning up, and he can't die because she also wished that he would come back and never ever leave her. So now he's immortal. She's chopping him up, and there's nothing that she can do about it except kill herself. So she kills herself. She winds up in hell. The whole point of the story is be careful what you wish for. You just may get it. So the underlining thing is principle. Principle is key to improvement. It's not just understanding. It's not just putting out there what you want. You have to understand what you want in principle, because universals, it deals with what you put out there in principle. So you can say to yourself, I don't want to go through this again, and you're going to go through it again.
Right.
Because in principle, you put out there something that you're focusing on. Whatever you're focused on, that's what the universe gives to you.
Yeah, and you start moving. Once you speak it, you start moving in that direction of what you want.
Yeah, or even don't want. So where your intentions are extremely important. A little later on, I'm going to give a little story, a true story about improvement and making impact on one's life. Um, but Randy, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I was just listening to y'all. Yeah, I was thinking how to try to go to a vegetarian diet. How to slowly shift away from the meats and everything.
Well, I went cold turkey. I just one day I just straight up I'm not eating it, and that's what I did. I didn't wean myself off of meat, none of that. I just one day I was eating meat, next day I wasn't.
Wow, because some people tried that, they got sick. Because their body was so used to the meats and everything.
Well, I didn't get sick. I gained weight because of the shift, but I didn't get sick.
Eating some of that, those greasy and fatty foods, whatever. I want to cut some of that out of my diet as well.
Yeah. Um, all cholesterol isn't bad. There's LDL, no CDL and HDL. The HDL is good for you. No, the LDL is good for you. The HDL is bad for you.
Yeah, like I
So
want to cut out most of the meats in my diet except for a piece of chicken here and there and some seafood here and there, but still stick with my rice, the grains and the breads and stuff and the pasta.
okay, you might want to stay away from rice, especially white rice. If you want to eat rice, eat like couscous or brown rice. That's good, but not too much rice because gets you bloated. You know, too much carbs is not good for you. You want to eat a specific amount of carbs because you still need carbs for your brain because your brain needs to operate. Your brain needs carbs to operate. So give me one quick second. I'm coming right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I always thought about eating better and everything.
Yeah, especially when you're not able to be as mobile, as you want to be. You know.
Because also, eating better can help you spiritually, I heard.
Yeah, it definitely can. You know.
You like I used to love pork. Yeah, I barely touch pork anymore.
But that's good.
You always ask my higher self to lead me and guide me to a diet that best suits me, that's just right for me. And when I did that, in about 3 or 4 short weeks, I noticed a slight shift. As far as my appetite goes, a shift in my appetite.
Now, have you talked to your family about wanting to change your diet?
No, I just sort of did it naturally.
Okay.
Yeah, just selling certain foods that I want and don't want.
Mhm.
And I noticed I could eat slightly smaller portions now, and my appetite would still be satisfied. Because before I used to eat these large portions.
Mhm.
And even after I eat a large portion, I would still be hungry sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just happy that I found a new balancing point.
Well, I'm happy for you, Randy. I really am. You know, because I think we all have to be conscious of what we put in our bodies. You know.
Yeah. And that was like late 2014, early this year, where I asked my higher self to help guide me for that, to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I like to keep and maintain that alignment.
Yeah. And you will. You will because you're in that zone now. You know, and it's like it's never gonna leave you.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of new foods to try. As far as vegetables and everything and
I'm
substitutes.
back.
Hmm.
Okay.
Now I'm not distracted. Ooh, I was just really distracted. Now I'm not distracted. Okay, okay, so improvements make an impact on our lives. I was gonna, oh, but finish what you was gonna say, what y'all was saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was telling Zoe I was thinking about other foods I could buy to help substitute for me not having any meat.
Okay.
Like trying, different vegetables and everything, and different fruits, giving them a second try, a second go. Cause
Yeah,
I'm a,
when you go to change your diet, don't think of changing your diet and thinking how the food tastes. You eat to nourish your body, not to please your tongue.
Right. You eat to live, not live to eat.
yeah.
So as soon as I got that in my head, I began to do a lot of research and studying and stuff. We're not supposed to eat until we're full. We're supposed to eat and just enough. We're not when we get that full filling, that's our body saying stop eating. You're not eating anymore.
Yeah. And sometimes we still want to eat more.
Yeah,
But let me have another bowl of that, even though I'm stuffed right now.
yeah, I know it. And we as human beings, I think it stems mostly from like when I gave us food, especially if your parents are from like the 30s and stuff, the 40s. They were big on not wasting food, so they didn't care if you were full or not. You're still going to eat that plate.
Yes. Yeah. And
So
actually here in Trinidad too, it's like if you've been invited over to eat someone's food, they want you to eat everything on that plate. It is bad manners to not eat everything on your plate.
yep, That's why I make my own. Yep, I don't. I typically make my own plate of food. So yeah, that's a good habit to make your own plate of food.
Yeah.
So well, here's my story on improvement and like where I came from, and where I'm at, and where I'm headed. Um, I was born to a mother and father, just like any other child was, and as I got a little older, my father abandoned us, and I said this to him. I asked him, "Why did you abandon us?" He abandoned us. He left, and he wound up getting another wife, having children with her. Happy for him that he's happy with his wife. You know, doesn't change the fact that I didn't have my father in my life growing up. There's a lot of stuff I had to learn on my own. Like there's a lot of pain I had to go through just because he wasn't there. Not that I blame him for anything, because I take responsibility of my own actions. Even if he's a direct result of the way I am right now,
Hmm.
I still take responsibility of my action. I don't blame him for anything.
Right.
That it still doesn't change the fact that he wasn't there. So I move on with life. I get older, and I get to the point where I graduate from high school, which I'm surprised I did because my grandmother passed away like 2 months before I graduated, and I I really wanted her to see me graduate. It really didn't matter to me if I graduated or not, so I wanted just graduating anyway. So I was still very depressed, very low, and I didn't show it. I dare not show it because I viewed myself as the head of the family now, even though I was only 17. And when I say head of the family, I meant the entire family tree. Even though there were people older than me, I felt like they didn't have the energy necessary to lead the family or be the family. So I go through college, I leave college, go back to college, leave college again, go back to college, leave college again. Um, I left the last time not because I necessarily wanted to, because it was the best thing for me to do financially. Um, Yet in terms of where I was, in terms of improvement, I came out of a Christian home, and one day I just say to myself, I'm being deceived. I need to be educated. And so I did to different websites, different videos, different books to read, different people to talk to. And at that time, I was living in the projects, one of the worst projects in the Bronx. Um, one of the most harassed projects by the police. A lot of gang violence. But I remember having to go to school, seeing a dead body in the front of the building. I think I said that before.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've
That's
seen a
that
lot of
is
crazy
wow.
things. Yeah, it's a lot. And so
What goes through your mind when you see that? I
um
mean, what went through your mind when you saw that?
as a child, like I said, I've been here I've been on Earth more than once. I've lived more than one life. I must have lived thousands of lifetimes, because seeing that, all I can do is just say is wow and just go on about my day.
Okay.
As a child, I didn't know how to into it because it's not something I've seen before. You know, so I wound up just going back upstairs and went back to school a little bit later. But from that moment on, from when my grandmother died, um, 15 more people died within the next 10 years, and I met a few people. They put me on a path in terms of understanding people, linguistics, communicating subliminal messages, hearing the underlining tone, you know, seeing through people's intentions, learning and mastering those abilities were difficult. It took years. I mean, there were times where I would literally be inside my room hours upon hours upon hours where I didn't eat, I didn't drink anything. All I would do was just read all day, all night, for at least a week. I didn't come out the room, didn't eat, didn't drink, just read. And I don't expect anyone else to do that. But that's how I improve myself, because I was coming from an extremely low point, seeing a lot of people die, and not just people die, people that are very close to me. You know, people who helped me become who I am today. And not growing up with my father, and then seeing my grandmother die, and seeing my cousins and my uncles die, aunts die, and it was a lot. So this information and this improvement helped not allow myself to die, not allow myself to kill myself. Because just because you see me smile and just because you see all the stuff I post on Facebook doesn't mean that I don't have an extremely horrible day. Because I have extreme ups and downs, not just an up and down. I have extreme up and downs because of it that I've been through and seen. You know, having religion ripped up underneath you when that's your life and that's all you know and that's all you have left. What do you go to after that? All I had left was just a will to live. That's all I had left. And from there, I asked myself, what am I doing so wrong? What is so wrong about myself that all these bad things are happening to me? Because I stopped looking outside for an excuse to say that this is the reason why I'm acting like this or this is the reason why. Even though it was provoking me to it, I still decided to say, you know, what about me? I need to change. And I wind up having children. And in my children, I saw the bad things in me, or should I say the negative things, and I made improvements because I had to tell my children, you know, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And when I said that to them, it was brought to my attention. Do you do that in principle? What are they doing in principle? And these aren't my thoughts. These are thoughts going through me. This is a being from elsewhere educating me. And I look at it, I evaluate it in principle. I'm like, wow, in principle, I'm doing the same thing. I need to stop that. So in principle, I stopped that. And in result, and in return, I gain power to myself and gain power over my child. Not that I control every aspect of their life, because they're going to come to a point where they're going to make their own decisions. As of right now, they're not making their own decisions. I'm making it for them because they don't have a full brain capacity to think on that level, to understand and deal with the consequences of their actions. So this is how I teach and explain things to them. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand, Zoe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking we need to have a new system going, far as beliefs and everything. What we've been taught, it's obvious that the old systems, the religious systems, aren't working anymore. At least with us old souls.
Yeah. We should have a system, yet no system at all at the same time, because it's about balance. It's about oneness. Things change. The only constant in life is change. It's the only constant. Life
What do
is
you mean by
change.
that? What do you mean by that? Change is only constant.
That's nothing in life is ever constant. You're never kind of
Oh, except change. Always,
yeah,
always evolving. Always
yeah,
evolving. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. I totally believe that. I do.
yeah. That's the only constant. There's ups and downs, and you have to learn how to ride them and accept them.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
But you
always
can't
feel
change. But you cannot change things with your natural eye. With your,
yes,
it has to be. Change is spiritual first, and then you see it manifest naturally second.
yes. So improvement comes from examining oneself
Yes,
ultimately.
yes.
All impact and all knowledge is self knowledge. It's all what.
But you know what?
Yeah.
When you see, well, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead and
It-
say what you.
uh, um. When you seek knowledge, ultimately it becomes self knowledge. What you do with other people, it becomes a community thing. And knowledge shouldn't be hoarded. It shouldn't be coveted. It shouldn't be held for ransom.
It should. You know what? Love. All I can say is love conquers all. When you do everything in the essence of love, you get what you want.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, like what you know, you sharing with me. What I know, I'm sharing with you. Sharing with Randy. You know, this. You know, you're not. We're not forcing anyone to accept it or not accept it. You're giving it.
yes. Love is freely given.
If you,
Knowledge is freely given. And
but you have so many people out here, right, that want to sell the knowledge.
yeah, I'm not with that. It's one thing if you're a true speaker, inspirational speaker. I wouldn't. If I'm me personally, if I'm an inspirational speaker, I wouldn't sell tickets. I would ask people for donations, or I would have food there that I would have my team would make, and they would sell that food, and that would be my money. That's what I would do. I wouldn't tell people, "Oh,
Yes,
pay me amount this amount of money for this to get this information." No, I'm
yes,
talking about
yes,
our life soul. We're talking about oneness. We're talking about returning to Prime Creator. That is
yes,
all of our mission. We should be
yes,
helping each other do that one simple thing: return to Prime Creator, and that is a free thing. It didn't cost Prime Creator anything to create the multiverse, the omniverse. It didn't cost them it's anything at all. It just did it. It just said, come back to me. Create, come back to me. Create, come back to me. It's that simple. Why am I charging people to do that? That's a natural thing to do. The second
because you want to profit. You want to profit that way, and that's
yeah,
greed. That's where greed
yeah,
comes into. This knowledge was never yours from the beginning, but you're gonna take it and put a price on it.
yeah,
No, I don't want your knowledge that way. I will go and get the knowledge that you have. I'm gonna get it from the universe, and it's not gonna cost me anything.
exactly. And like I said with my music, I'm not gonna charge people for my music. The most I would do is ask for donations, or I would sell food there. I would sell T-shirts or caps or something. I wouldn't charge people to hear my music. That's my music is life to the soul. It helps people ascend. I'm not gonna do that. That is it really makes me upset when I see people do that. It really does. It drives me up the wall, and it causes me want to fight people too. It's very it's it's a militant type thing. To charge someone for life, that's military type stuff. We're rationing off this because we don't have enough for this because we have to go do this. That's it's not right.
So, Randy,
Yeah.
how you feel?
Yeah, I'm just listening. Yeah, I agree with everything that y'all said.
Yeah. What about you? How do you feel?
As far as me in general,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, then I'm still seeking for the knowledge that you were just talking about and the universal truth and how to get rid of residual programming that was instilled deep within me.
Yeah. How to get out of the matrix? How to get out the matrix, so to speak.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
has to be a must. Like it has to. How can I explain this? The information, the power, the knowledge will not come to you until you say to yourself, "I need this as much as I need to breathe."
Yes. Yes. And that
If
you
I
would
don't,
do
if I don't
that you would
exactly,
just
if I don't have this now, I'm going to perish, and I need this now. And what I mean by perish, I don't mean your physical body. I'm talking about the evolution of your soul.
yes. Yes. Because yes. Yeah.
And
You want to
that's
feed your soul. Your soul is hungry, you know, for the truth. And when
yes,
it's hungry for the truth and when you ask for it, you're going to get it. You're going to get everything you want.
yes, and be very determined and put a demand on that. Like, I need this information tonight,
Yes.
right now. Like when my grandmother passed away, I couldn't sleep. I didn't even come out of my room for a week. Um, at that time, I didn't understand it. I thought I was praying to God, whatever. But the source signal that I put out was so genuine that it really did go out to Prime Creator. It really did go out to the universe. It didn't go to Anu. Even though I was praying in the name of Anu without realizing it, my prayer and my vibration was so pure. It went past that. And I said, I need to sleep. I cannot sleep. I'm in too much pain. I cannot sleep. I need to sleep tonight. You are going to put me to sleep tonight. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And sure enough, I got some sleep. I put a demand on that. Like, you do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
I'm in charge of creation, not the other way around. Creation's not in charge of me. And think about that. Prime creators think that we are to create and return unto it. Yes. If we are creating, why is creation trying to control us? That doesn't make any sense. We do the creating. Creation does not create us. We do the creating. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we're in control of our destiny and our fate. You understand destiny and fate? The difference between the two?
Um,
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Okay, destiny is just an energy of a possibilities of things that will happen to you. In other words, a king is destined to be king doesn't mean he becomes king. There were so many kings that were destined to be king, did not become king. All right. Fate is something that is definitely going to happen to you, and there's no way around it. For you to go around it, you will have to break the fabric of space and time and change things around.
Yes. And that can be done.
Yes, but you're only going to prolong things for 3 years. And that's about it.
Yeah.
You would have to like totally shift course and everything. And man, oh man, and man, yeah. So destiny is a potential. Fate is something that's definitely going to happen. And one thing I say that is very, very important in terms of impacting life is reasoning, logic. I think, um, even though I'm a master of it, I'm not a grandmaster. I'm not going to be a grandmaster of logic. I'm a master of logic. I can think my way around people. It's not even funny. I enter into people's minds and they don't even realize that I run circles around them before, like 20 times around their head, and they think that, and whatever. Anyway, um, logic is very, very important. And it's very, very important concerning improvement because a person has to do a lot of self-examination in order to improve. A lot of it. And a lot of honesty. Character and logic is very important. I feel that everyone, this is my opinion, and based upon the things that I've been through and seen in life, I feel that everyone should have the same, no one should have the same personality. Your personality is what makes you unique. Your characteristics are principles that you live and stand on. So I live by the principle of oneness and love. I feel that everyone should have that characteristic. I feel that everyone should not act like me. I have my own way of acting because of my own personal experience. You have your own way of acting based upon your own personal experience and who you are. And it should always be like that. The love comes in altogether because we choose to accept the fact that we act differently, yet we have the same characteristics. Love. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel those things are very, very important in terms of improvement. as of right now, we used to struggle to pay rent. Now we really don't struggle to pay rent. We decide whether we're gonna pay rent or not. Like we pay rent this month. Oh no, we're not gonna pay it. We're gonna pay rent next month. Oh no, we're not gonna pay it. Or send an eviction notice. Oh well, told us we have the money, and then we go out about our business. It wasn't like that before. We used to scramble our heads trying to figure out how we're going to pay rent, and so I started bringing attention to my wife, bringing certain things to my wife's attention about certain things. We shouldn't focus on worrying about paying rent. We should focus on acquiring money, making profit. You know, so on that more so than rent, and we'll get more capital and more money opposed to worry about paying rent, and we'll have less money because we're worrying about paying rent.
Exactly. When you concentrate on abundance flowing in your life, then you're gonna always have money to pay rent.
Yeah, so I'm never really worried about that. We're steadily making improvements, we're steadily making more money, saving up more money, and looking to buy a three-family house. And I made a prediction about a year ago, a year and a half, no, a year ago. 'Cause- Yeah, a year ago, this July, a year ago. I told my family that because we was looking to buy a three-family home, and we had a family meeting, and everybody's bouncing ideas off each other, and I intentionally say nothing, listening to everyone and what they have to say, and what they're talking about is on some slavery shit, and I'm not with it. They're talking about, oh, you're gonna enjoy the house, we're not, we're gonna be dead by that time. I'm like, yo, you're on some slavery mind bullshit. I'm not on that. I'm talking about paying this shit off within the next 10 years. You're talking about the next 30 years. I'm talking about the next 10 years. We can buy another house and land. You're talking about buying one house. I'm talking about buying several houses and land. Like, your mind is on pennies. My mind is on planets and universes. Like, and I'm trying to get them into that. And anyway, so I told them that at the time I was in a band, and at that time we were working out on a deal with a major label, and at that time I was also into boxing. And I said to them, well, my band is, we're looking to make a deal with a major label, and I'm also into boxing. He said, oh, well, do the music. And I said, it's not going to be music that I'm going to be making money. It's going to be boxing. You don't have to do boxing. I'm like, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. It is going to be the reason why we get this house. It's because I am boxing. But then they say they support me, but they don't show their enthusiasm. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Because when we get this house, because I'm boxing, what are you going to say? You're going to say nothing. Oh, I'm happy we got into this house. But you won't say thank you and be like, oh, well, your prophecy was right. Like, I don't open my mouth for no reason. I don't say this is going to happen for no reason. I'm saying this is going to happen because I see it happening in the spirit realm before it happened in the physical.
Exactly. And what you see in the spirit realm, you're going to manifest it
Exactly.
you're gonna manifest it in the natural realm.
So I'm
But
telling,
guys, I'm gonna have to leave.
yeah,
I have to keep it short today, like
okay,
45 minutes.
okay,
But
Yeah.
I do to do this again
yes,
real soon.
yes. I normally do Saturday and Sunday. Sunday's
Yeah,
gonna be a recap. Yeah,
yeah. Saturday is good for me. This Sunday will not be a good time for me.
okay,
Uh, because I have a meeting to go to.
no problem,
Okay.
But we will do this. We'll do this again.
no problem.
Okay. So I will see you guys later.
Okay, see you later, Zoe.
I
Have a
see you
good
later,
one.
Zoe.
You too.
All right. So I'm talking to my family about this, and I'm telling them that the band deal is not going to go through. It's not going to be music. It's going to be boxing. Sure enough, the band winds up splitting up, just like I said it would. And the band, eh, hello,
Yeah, I'm still here.
oh, okay, okay, and I said the band is not going to be together. It's not going to be that. It's going to be boxing. Sure enough, it's not with the band. The band broke up. And now it's leaning towards boxing. I'm talking to a promoter right now, and and it's going to be a good thing. Still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Cool.
You just keep that energy alignment and everything will go well.
Yeah,
Don't let anybody tell you any differently.
yeah. I won't. It gets difficult. Yet it's not about necessarily it being difficult. It's about getting to the point, no matter what.
Yeah, and I found out the hard way that all of our lives are individualistic. Prime Creator resides within us, but we some people came on our planet with a contract to do one thing, and other people came in for this thing. But religion trying to keep us all neatly in this box,
Yeah,
focusing on similar things.
yeah. See, think about religion. Religion doesn't allow for improvements. It allows for improvement. A person is allowed to look at themselves to an extent because they cannot. These are not my words. It's even in the Bible. Nothing good can come up of his flesh. You can only do anything good through Christ. So you're just telling me I'm an asshole, basically. I was born an asshole. I'm going to die an asshole, and the only way I cannot be an asshole is if I have Christ in my life. But even with Christ in my life, I'm still an asshole. I'm just
Yeah,
a Christian asshole. And so it doesn't really allow for improvement. The person looks at himself to a certain extent. That's about it. And now with Prime Creator though, a person isn't forced to look at themselves. Yet if they wish to look at themselves, and the improvement and the alignment with the universe will be there for them, and improvements will come. Yet a person can't be caught in religion at all.
yeah, because
So
to get to the higher planes of existence, you
yeah,
gotta get rid of religion.
exactly. Well, I don't mean to offend you, anybody who's Christian or Muslim or Hindu or Buddhist.
Yeah,
Well, Buddhists
same
don't consider
here.
themselves to be a religion. Yet at the same time, Buddhism was created by Anu, which is not Anu. I'm sorry, Marduk, and which is AKA Satan or Beelzebub, the adversary, Lucifer. You know, and we can even talk about that a little bit. How Marduk became Amun Ra, and he told people truths, but he would twist certain truths, and the way he did it, it affected us down the line. The illusion is crazy because the illusion is this. First, they'll say religion is a cover up for all the religions from Egypt, right? And Egypt is the real way. Okay, but when you dig deeper into Egypt, you find Sumeria. When you dig deeper into Sumeria, you find Marduk. And you find that Marduk just simply changed his name through the years, through the cultures, as a different name, and educated people based upon what he wanted them to, what he wanted them to know. And he had it fixated so that their energies would go to Saturn, point blank. It's all Saturn worship. So people who say they came in and woke up and they're believing in Egyptology and all this other stuff, you're still caught in the paradigm. It's not Egypt. It's not Sumeria. It's Prime Creator.
Yeah, I also heard that it's the same story that's the man told down the line throughout the different ages.
Yes, Marduk set that whole thing up. He set the whole thing up just to mislead people, just to catch them in a huge genjutsu, or shall I say, eye illusion, a multi-level illusion. And the illusion is so grand. It's so grand. If you don't see Egypt for what it is, and you don't see Sumeria for what it is, and look past Sumeria, because people go into history and they go all the way back to Sumeria, but they don't go back before Sumeria. They don't go back to the galaxy wars, interdimensional wars. They don't go into none of that. And when you go into that, you begin to see the true beginnings of the human race and how we were duped and taken over and devolved.
Yeah, because I heard from various sources we were way more evolved and advanced, but we fell into these primitive states.
Yeah, because while we were here, Anunnaki came and took over this land. They downgraded us. They took over, ravaged, killed people, and downgraded us so they can mine gold for their dying atmosphere because they were too lazy to do it themselves. Mind you, they're stronger than us. They can do more than us, but they create beings that are lesser than them, that can do less than them. Makes no sense. These beings are very confused. You can do 20 times more than I can, but you want to make a whole bunch of me. So, like that makes no sense. Like y'all can carry out that goal in less time than we can. Why would you create us? That's on some evil shit. That's really evil.
Yeah, then enslave the population.
Tell them half truths. They don't tell them that they're at war with other galaxies and other beings because of the stupid shit they're doing. They don't tell you none of that. They'll tell you they're at war with another planet, but they don't tell you the full reason why they're at war with another planet.
Yeah, because I always wonder how did we get like this?
Yeah. So, you discussed with your aunt about the Bible scriptures changing.
Yeah, she wasn't too thrilled.
She recognized and accepted for what it is, the fact that it did change.
Yeah, she acknowledged that, but she's still praying, Lord, Lord.
Okay. Well, at least she can see it now. The next step is to get her to see further into it because then it's actually backfiring on you in a way because they're going to be like, oh, my Bible has changed. I got to pray to God about this. He knows what to do because that's the only thing they know to do. You're going to have to remove that know what they know how to do. You have to remove that from them and replace it with something else, a different know-how, a different way of thinking. Don't like you can literally change the way they think from the questions you ask. It'll cause them to think in a different way, just from simple questions. Ask her, how is it that this changed, and you remember this as a different thing. You ever showed the Mandela effect?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And the different geographical changes and everything. Yeah, I guess it's too much of a shock for her right now.
And it was not that much of a shock for her. It's the fact that she's filtering it from a Christian mind, and she has to see that Christianity is a made-up thing. Did you show her the Council of Nicaea, 325 AD?
Yeah, I tried to tell her about that, but
Did you show it to her?
um,
Document.
nothing short of documents.
You have to show her the documents. Did you show her the documents? The next council, which was like 444 AD.
Yeah, like
You show
the
those documents.
yeah, the Council of
Did you show her the
Chalcedon.
book of Manuel? Wait. Forget all the councils for a second. Did you show her the book, the Talmud of Manuel? You have it? Did you download it? Because you
Yeah,
could download it.
yeah, I downloaded
Did you
it.
show her that? Did you show her that?
Yeah, like she hardly has time to read, but she do know that there's some books that were
All right.
purposely removed.
All right. Did you show her the specific part where Manuel says, I am not the Son of God?
Oh, she won't accept that because that's been programmed hardwired since birth.
Manuel said, I am not the Son of God. Straight up, I am not the Son of God. Stop telling people I'm the Son of God. He told Peter, do not tell people I'm the Son of God. You're going to deceive the world. What does Peter and Saul do? Tell people that he's the Son of God. Now, the Romans, I don't condone killing, but I can understand why they would kill people because they're telling people as the Son of God. You're ODing on the mindset of the people. Like you're gonna make them OD confused. There's no son of God, son of a archangel maybe, but no son of God. The God you're talking about isn't even human. It's a spiritual being that created beings that were able to create other beings.
And I always wonder why does God of the Bible has such humanized traits if this God's supposed to be perfect? Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
What are human emotions? Jealousy, I hate, for your God is a jealous God. I hate Esau. What?
But God is love.
But God is love though. Yeah. For I have hated Esau. Oh, but you love your enemy though. Love your enemy, but I hate Esau. But he's my enemy, but you love your enemy. What?
Then people see because he's God, he could
What?
do what he wants to do. He's God, he has to say so.
You don't understand his ways. No. Fuck that shit. You're stupid. Open up your fucking eyes. Like, does love have to come out the clear blue sky and smack you across the face? I guess so.
Yeah, because
That's
somebody
what
was
they're waiting for.
trying to
That's
tell
what
me
they're waiting
this.
for. They're waiting for Jesus to come out the sky to improve their lives.
Yeah, come out the
See
sky on a
this?
cloud.
You
Somebody
know.
was trying to tell me this in 2005 that the gods of the Old Testament were extraterrestrials.
Yeah, the gods of the Old Testament are extraterrestrial. They said, let us make man in our image, in our likeness.
I understood that plural part, but I was told that's Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Like, Jesus didn't come yet. If he's the Son of God, he didn't come yet. And Holy Spirit is a spirit. How are you going to make it in an image? There's no image for a spirit.
Yeah,
Like, God the Father, then if you're talking God the Father, that means you're talking about an actual being.
my brain was still conflicting, but I was somewhat open minded. I just sort of put that on a back burner until I got more information.
Yeah, that was basically Anu, Enlil, and Ea. Anu, Enlil, and Anu, Enlil, I think Enki. No? Anu, I gotta look again. I think it's Anu, Enlil, and not Isis, Ishtar. There you go.
And it does mention somewhere in the Old Testament about a flying roll.
Yeah, flying rod. Yeah, he talked to Zechariah. He said, Zechariah, what do you see in the sky? I see a flying rod. Know that that flying rod is the curse of the. He's talking about UFOs, but that flying rod really isn't the curse of UFOs. The ones that fly the flying rods, they look to liberate Earth, and I know was talking about a liberation that he doesn't want, basically. But the God of the Old Testament is a very schizophrenic person, very bipolar.
It's sadistic.
Yeah, talking about committing genocide. Told him to kill everything, including the animals, down to the dog. Don't leave no one alive. When women and children all must die. They have ravaged entire societies. But
But
the
yet,
Jews want to Holocaust.
yeah, but yet thou shalt not kill.
Yeah, but the Jews want to complain about the Holocaust. Wait, what? Wait, y'all claim to be Jews, right? Y'all claim to be the tribes of Israel, right? Yeah. Well, didn't y'all commit genocide yourselves? Didn't y'all like take out entire civilizations down to the animals? But y'all complain about the Holocaust? I'm not for the Holocaust. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in terms of karma. Didn't you ravage a whole civilization and the civilization coming to ravage you and you're complaining? Didn't you do this? Wow. But mind you, Hitler was right. Yeah, Jews were running the world. Hitler was right.
Yeah. But all of these senseless killings and everything, and the pillage, the lynchings, and slavery, all in the name of religion.
Yeah, yeah. First slave ship was called Jesus.
Whoa, I
Kid,
didn't know that.
kid you not. First slave ship was called Jesus. Yep. They even it's bananas. Then when they got there, they tied them to a post and told them and whipped them until they accepted Jesus. Basically, yeah.
Well,
So it's about improvement, and these wars and all that stuff is just all distractions. So we don't improve ourselves. We don't just one.
known as the powers that be that's instigating all this, to stir up all this negative energy to feed off of.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta get together and unite. The only way to get together and unite is to improve ourselves. Really, it's all about improving ourselves.
You
So how
can't.
was your week? So what was you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder how other people become a receptacle for those energies to be able to channel,
Oh,
to receive those downloads like that.
well, hold on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, when a person would have to be able to astral project, if I'm not mistaken, and be able to send their signal out to that to the entity and entity locks into them. Hmm.
Yeah, 'cause that's what I'm attempting to do, to sort of receive messages from higher beings, not the direct voice channel, but to receive messages energetically within my heart chakra from higher beings.
Yeah, so my cousin just walked in. Um, we're gonna do a recap tomorrow
Okay.
on everything. So remember, improvements is always looking at where you're at, where you've been, and where you're headed. Ask yourself, what can I do to move forward? So I'm catch you later and send me the link for the
O-
recording.
Okay, I will.
Later.
Alright, see you later, man.